Let's see. Mr. Ajay Singh, how do you see the luxury market in Bangalore?
Sure. So luxury market in Bangalore, I mean, though in the recent years, because of demonetization as well as couple of other regulatory transitions that have happened, is also reeling under pressure. But Bangalore itself is a very good market for luxury housing, and I would say that luxury housing means something which is very, very exclusive for a property buyer in terms of large sizes, in terms of high-end amenities which are available, maybe inside the villa or inside the apartment as well as in the project itself, and location. So connectivity to the center of the city or to their workplace is the most important factor in luxury housing. And I feel that luxury housing is quite reasonably priced in Bangalore. With the weather, awesome weather that we have, and with other climatic conditions, I think it's the best place to retire as well as to enjoy the life for somebody who can afford these kind of high-end properties.
Now, high-end properties, when we speak about it, first thing that's come, it's only for the big, rich people. But that's not the case, because luxury has its own specificities also. There is a trend to design luxury as such for a lot of segments as such. Now, that trend is also catching up in Bangalore also, in the property market also. There is people who want certain specifications with regards to their luxury.
Correct. That is absolutely correct. And luxury, I mean, you will see a lot of projects now which are not at the very high end, but also tend to offer a smaller version of those kind of high-end amenities in the market. So luxury is more affordable, I would say, for particularly in Bangalore. If you compare it with Mumbai and Delhi, especially South Delhi, the prices are exorbitantly very, very high, whereas in Bangalore it is quite reasonable. And there is no dearth of project, I believe, which are affordable villas, exclusive residences, which are also quite affordable.
So villas, how has it been? Because when you speak to a common Bangalorean and when he says that he's planning to invest in a villa, the first thing that people get it that villa is a property where you have an exclusive right over the surroundings as such, not having too many neighbors like in an apartment, but an exclusive space. So how is it a response for villas as such?
I think response for villas is very good. So if you look at a price point of 1 CR, the offtake for villas or row houses is extremely good even in the current market scenario. A project which has around 50 to 100 exclusive residences is going very well, because with villa the customer knows that it's about freedom of owning a space, freedom of owning your own land, plus also there is a customization which can be done in the villa. When you look at nuclear size families or even the joint families, each family is different with their own requirement in terms of the living space, the bedroom size, the kitchen area, and these kind of customizations are very much possible in villas, and that is why you'll see a lot of attraction for villas which are in the price range of 1 to 1.5 CR. These are moving very good in the market right now, and I think there are a lot of projects in North Bangalore as well as in East Bangalore, which are catering to.
So we are looking at the specific budget, 1 CR to 1.5 CR. We are seeing a lot of movement in that particular segment.
Correct.
So is it an entrance segment to luxury that we are seeing, 1 CR to 1.5 CR?
Absolutely correct. So it also depends upon which micro market in Bangalore we are looking at.
All right.
One of the projects that we have in North Bangalore near Hebbal will start at 1 CR. So that is a very good entry price for a villa that somebody can afford. We are also undergoing RERA compliance for a new project, which will be a villa under 70 lakhs. So if these kind of projects come up from other builders also, I think it is definitely a good news for the property buyers, because 70 lakh or 1 CR is a very, very attractive price point when it comes to freedom of owning their own space, their own land, customization. The amenities that you'll see typically in the large apartment townships are also available in such kind of projects. So it's a definitely no-brainer.
It was a no-brainer. Let me get Mr. Rudresh into it. Now, we've heard about how the segment is in fact exploding, but when it comes to a person, he has to make a decision. we were talking about connectivity, we are talking about an aspect of security also. But one thing that a person will always have it, how much of that space could be his space, how much of privacy could be there in a luxury system. So it is in a luxury villa, what we see is not a huge mass houses that are there. It's mostly relative spaces, secluded spaces. At the same time, there are neighbors. That's how it works, right?
Yeah. See, villas have a very wide range. I mean, in fact, I would say it starts just after row houses category to 8-bedroom independent villas. So it's a spectrum across Bangalore is very vast. I can have a villa at a, as you rightly said, starting 75 lakhs or 1 CR all the way up to 10 CR. There is no particular style or each developer have developed villas for a particular segment, and they have developed all the needs and amenities for that segment. I mean, you will not find a heated water swimming pool in every villa project, but some of them are there.
So that's how you say the gradients of luxury as such?
Yeah. It has got a very wide range. The good news is that for every individual who is looking for a particular set of taste, there's a project in Bangalore.
There's a project in Bangalore. So basically you're saying there is a lot of options.
Yeah.
So if you are in the luxury segment, you're going to buy in Bangalore the villas or whatever the luxury properties that are on offer, you have a lot of options at the moment.
Yes.
All right. And where are most of these projects now located in the city?
See, predominantly for villa projects, you need large
Tracts of land.
So they would be on outskirts. So currently they are spread across, I would say, majority in north and east, and less on west and south, because on the south we have reached electronic city and you have to go
across the border to Hosur. Yeah. So it's
in
more
fact,
about.
the interesting point is there are villa projects launched after the border.
Okay. In Hosur itself.
Yeah.
All right.
And on the west side, you have to cross the industrial area and cross Nelamangala, but there are very few. The market is not there for that.
So
the affluent lives on this
North
region.
and Bengaluru North and Bengaluru East is
Yes.
where we need to have our eyes on. Okay, now another big question is with regards to the streamlining processes that have happened in the last 1 year. You had the GST introduction, you had demonetization, and RERA coming in. So a lot of these policy decisions, has it streamlined the system in such a way that it is advantage customer?
Very much. It's totally focused on benefit to customer.
Even in the luxury segment?
Yes, very much.
All right.
The set of rules remain same for all the customer category, and the guidelines laid is also same. So it's a beneficial for a luxury category. Particularly the GST brings savings for developer, which they will pass on to the end user.
So you
there
are going
would
to
be
say
a reduction in cost.
So a reduction in cost. So if I'm supposed to take, as a common buyer, the prices that could have existed 2 years ago to what is going to be now after GST and things like that, where are the factors in which I have to be careful about?
There's nothing. Actually, it's beneficial to customer post GST and RERA. RERA ensures transparency between the customer and developer, because developer has to declare upfront every specification. Material used, quality grade. In fact, they also have to commit a warranty and guarantee up to 5 years. So obviously you can't default on the quality aspects. Since it's a voluntary declaration by each developer and he's committing to do it, it's a self-binding thing. So the benefit goes to the end user and customers. 2 years and now there are too many things have changed. I mean, I can't just put one point and
that's why I wanted. I just made it 2 years only because there's a huge sea of change, and the change is still happening.
No, interestingly, a lot of change happened in only last 2 years.
Last 2 years. So there is a sea of changes, but are we seeing the benefits of that change? That's what I was trying to say.
Absolutely.
We are seeing the benefits of that
There's
change.
a good benefit now. As a buyer, I am assured on quality, on delivery, my money is secure. Because due to RERA, RERA's ensures the developer owns the land. Developer puts his component of money. So as a buyer, my money is always secure. I will get on time at the quality committed by developer. Variables have been reduced to almost negligent.
Right. How do you see the recent changes in the last 2 years?
Correct. I think real estate industry right now is going through a sea transition, as you rightly said. When it comes to RERA, it is bringing a fiscal discipline in the builders, which is very much needed, because now the 70% of the collections from the customer, from the home buyers, that money goes into an escrow account which can be only used for the construction purpose for that particular project. So that brings a lot of fiscal discipline. Second is that before launching a project, a builder has to disclose all the information under RERA, and they have to comply, they have to upload all the documents related to the projects from the approval stage till the specifications, the quality of the material being used. So it removes the information asymmetry that has been there in the real estate market among property buyers. So we have seen also after RERA implementation that property buyers who are taking more time in making a decision are making a swift action now, because they are more sure about the compliance of the project under RERA. So people are actually in the market who are buying the property, and RERA is actually easing it up. In the short term, it is little bit of a turmoil because it's a new act, it's a new process. But for a medium to long term, I think it's really beneficial for the real estate industry to become organized and become more customer centric.
So, especially when we talk about luxury customers, they would want to know what they're getting for every penny that they're going to put in, because it is something that they want as an exclusivity. So how does RERA in fact look into that? Because you said the rules are the same, but still, how do the luxury segment in fact look into this?
Well, actually it is going to quantify a lot of things which were being promised earlier. So if somebody defines a...
Basically, there's not going to be any oversell.
Exactly, there's not going to be an oversell.
So there is a lot of confidence on the part of the customer saying that this is what I'm getting for the money that I have been
Correct. And customers are quite educated now on the compliance. So they are themselves keeping all the builders in check.
Well, they are keeping the builders in check. Now let me get Mr. Ravindra into the discussion. You heard about how the luxury segment is. How is the loan facility for such a segment?
See, up to 1 crore, we give up to 75% of the loan. See, remaining 25%, customer has to bring in. So in Bangalore, we are 60% we are doing the affordable home loans, and rest of the things 40% we are doing the luxury apartment also. We are. See, as our friends are telling, see, Bangalore North and East is the most potential for the villas development. So there are these two areas are getting lot of luxury apartments are coming up in these areas. And as a banker, see, whenever customers go for the purchase of that apartment, he approaches. So we give them a very good confidence, saying that this project we have taken entire care. Means for the we have gone through all the legal papers, all the valuations, engineer certificates we have, and all the approvals are placed in a system. So when we give this that much of assurance, customers gets more confidence of going to the
ensuring that they go ahead and invest as such.
So invest. So our system is as such, it's a very hassle free. We have developed in our State Bank of India, we developed such a system that the customer needs are immediately will take care entire thing. We go to the house and collect all the documents, invert the files, and get it sanctioned.
So there is no old system of standing in front of the bank.
No.
Because it's a Sarkari bank. That's
exactly.
why, so there's no all that hassles at all.
That is very old system. But from last 6 to 7 years, the entire banking system has changed, and we are at par with the other private players. So system has totally changed it. And that's why we are the best home loan provider in the country.
So how do you see the luxury segment? What is the kind of rush that you've seen in that particular category?
See, as our friends are telling, see, from the last from the top 100 builders, see, top 20 are from the Bangalore. If you see the Shobha is the top one in the Bangalore's entire India. Shobha, either Brigade, Prestige, so many people are there who are the quality construction. They are doing it from last 15 to 20 years. Okay, so in that manner, so luxury apartments, when it comes to luxury apartments or villas, so high that that is high. Normally it is 40 years and above people are taking. Earlier they used to take it, but now in Bangalore, even 30 years person also, he is because of his lot of so software industries are there. Lot of young people who are getting very good salaries in the industries. So they are also
actually looking for an extra, isn't it?
Exactly.
They're also
Exactly.
always looking for an extra. Yes.
Exactly. So no, apart from that 75%, we give up to 10% as per the interior cost also we are providing. So it costs almost 70 to 85% we are providing for the luxury villas and the luxury apartments. So in that case, and rate of interest also, it depends upon his risk rating. Now bank has introduced the risk rating. Okay, so obviously for the salaried person, he will be in a low risk only. So obviously he will get the cheaper rate of interest when it comes to the banking, when it comes to us. So overall, so as I previously I told, 40% our people are in Bangalore centers are
in the
going
luxury
for the
segment.
luxuries. And one more thing, if you compare to the entire pan India, so our average ticket is 45 to 50 lakhs, average ticket size. And if you see the Mumbai, Pune and Delhi, their average ticket size is loan ticket size is 20 to 30 lakhs. So of course in Bangalore there is a lot of demand is there for even for the luxury apartments and villas also, and for the affordable housings.
And what is the kind of category of people that you see who come into the luxury segment? Are people who are in their mid category, like in their 40s, or are they the ones
Exactly.
who are investing?
Right, as rightly you said, more number of when we are taking to them, see more than 40 years old, they are coming for the luxury
items.
because initially when you got the job or a job opportunity, that time they will look into only for the basic amenities. Now once you settle down in the life, after that
You want
35
that
to 40
extra.
years, he wants to go for a little bit luxury. So that is how in Bangalore also, more than 38 to 45 years, they are going for the luxury and villas.
And you've seen that phenomenal growth.
Exactly.
in that.
Yeah. In Bangalore especially, as I already told you, in 40 to 60%, sorry, 40% we are giving for the luxury and luxury apartments only.
So it looks like it's a kind of an encouraging statement coming in from a guy who knows where the money should be given to, and therefore where the demand is. Do you see this as an indirect demand for luxury properties in Bengaluru?
Yeah, definitely. And there's one more thing to add to it is, Bangalore is considered as a silicon capital of India, and also it is home to so many startups. So while few years back, luxury housing or villas used to be, the demand used to be coming from people who are at the senior management level, and they are also 40 plus. But lately we have been seeing people who are very, very young. I mean, people as young as 25, 28, who have these stock options and the money to afford such kind of housing. So the villa customers are the demographics is changing, because that is the demographics of India now. It's a younger India which is more wealthier, and because of the entrepreneurs that are there, because of the startup companies that are there. So more younger people, I would say, are able to afford these kind of projects now.
So Mr. Rudresh, like we have just 3 minutes to end the discussion. What would you like to tell a person who's a youngster or maybe in his 40s how to go about investing in his luxury dream home?
Okay, first of all, it's a right time to invest in luxury, and you have a lot of option to ready to move in. You should encash this opportunity, because going forward, I foresee the price of luxury segment will increase, it cannot decrease. There are several factors which are adding for increase. It's not that developers want to make money out of it. There are other criteria and reinforcements have come into the picture, wherein his upfront investments have increasing. So obviously, to recover his cost, the price will be increased in the next 1 year. If anyone is looking to buy a luxury segment apartment or villa, you have next 3 to 6 months.
Next 3 to 6 months, and it is a very critical period because after that you might lose on the advantage. That is what you're trying to say.
Yes. See, the biggest benefit is that earlier you have to pay, book and wait. Now you have plenty of those options are there where you can manage your cash flow. You can pay little add on later and get the house at the right time. But if you have a good amount of money with you and are eligibility to get a loan, they are ready to move in options are several.
So that is a huge option that is there for the customers as such. But what about this trend of youngsters in fact going for villas?
Yeah. See, youngsters today have seen they're all investing in luxury segment. They're pretty well aware that the property appreciates. It's not only that they're buying these things for their self-consumption, they are also looking at it as an investment aspect. So those who have bandwidth to play in their daily routines, they are going for it.
So those who have the bandwidth to play, and also quite interestingly enough, Bangaloreans who have been looking to settle in the city's finest areas are also being given that opportunity. And quite interesting, they're saying 3 months to 6 months, a critical period in which probably you should be investing in your luxury segment, and you should in fact come to the